Guys, just a quick video. I gotta do my intro. Right. Ni hao. It leaves me so quickly. Wu shi Stephanie. Wu shi Stephanie. Oh, that's so hard. Okay, so I've been using HiNative a lot lately. A lot meaning twice, considering I started yesterday, and trying to get the two phrases that I'm learning right now, which is Wu shi Stephanie and Sai Jian, which is I am Stephanie and goodbye. So I put both of them on HiNative in the how does this sound category. How does this sound category? And I want to show you one of the responses. So what I'm going to show you in the rest of this video is my question, and then I'll show you the different categories that it has where it says like natural, a little unnatural, that kind of thing. So take a look at those ratings that people can give you, and then the responses that people gave me. I got 3 responses for this one so far, which was awesome, and it's usually really quick responses. It's usually within like a few minutes, which is crazy good. And so I'll show you those. I play each of the responses a few different times. So I found it really, really helpful. Like I did that yesterday, and then this morning I did the Sai Jian. I did that one, but I only have one response so far saying that it was completely ununderstandable, and so I redid it, and so we'll see what those responses are. But I don't think I need to put a few of these on here. I think after one video, you get the idea of what it does and what it sounds like. And if you are learning a language, they have a number of different groups. This isn't just for Chinese. So if you're learning a language, I cannot suggest this strongly enough. It is an amazing, amazing tool. There are real people who speak the language fluently who will give you real tips on how to make your language more understandable, more natural, or more of the commonly used phrases and whatnot. So the rest of the video is just me showing you in the first part my posting, requesting feedback, and then the feedback from the 3 different people that responded. And again, this is HiNative. It's a totally free app. There is, I think, a plus version or a extended version where you can pay for stuff, but so far I haven't ventured into that. But so I may or may not do that later. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But anyway, Sai Jian. Okay, so I have an additional part to this video that I wasn't expecting when I first put it together. I had an accidental, awesome HiNative moment today at the tax office. How often can you say that about a tax office? So I'm including that after the first 2 parts that I just promised you in this video. So stick around because there's some very spontaneous language learning going on today that I'm going to share.
김치찌개 주세요. 이거 주세요. 커피 모카 주세요. 숟가락 하나 더 주세요.
Oh my god, this is awesome. Okay, this is a pretty populated road, so this is going to be really embarrassing to film, but I want to capture this on tape. It's not really tape anymore, on digital tape. Okay, so it's a long story, but in China, to transfer money to a different country, like your home country, like mine in the US, you have to get your tax receipts showing that you pay taxes, and you're only allowed to send a certain amount back based on those taxes. And I'm pacing because I'm really excited right now. But how pretty is this area? Anyway. So I realized as I was going to the tax office, instead of just pointing to the months that I had and just motioning that I need the rest of them, meaning everything up till now, I knew the number of words for 5 and 6, which are the months May and June, which are the 2 months I needed, and I knew wu, which I'm still not saying right, but I know wu yao, which is I want, because of Eva, Chinese with Eva on Instagram's wu yao bay something cafe. I want a coffee. So combining that, I only needed the word and. So as I was leaving the train to go up the escalator, I went on HiNative and I asked people, hey, if I want to say I want 5 and 6, what's the and? It's the only word I don't have. And sure enough, by the time I reached the escalator, not even the top, but the bottom of the escalator, from the train to the escalator, subway to the escalator, somebody replied with huh, which I'm probably, I'm not saying it right. But I put it in Playco and I practiced it because it was the only word I didn't use before. And sure enough, I walked into the office. I had 1, 2, 3, and 4 circled in pencil too. That kind of helped. But I've noticed in previous months when I go to do this, they use the numbers for months instead of the days of the month. Instead of like January, February, March, April, May, they just use the numbers when they refer to months. And I thought, okay, so I know 5 and 6 for the months. I know I need, and now I know and so lo and behold, I walked up, handed her the papers, and said, 我要5和6. And I did the hand gestures just to help, because you know what? Those I know are right. And she repeated it, and I said, due. And she said, she asked me another question, which I think in retrospect, I kind of did deer in headlights, like, I've run out of Chinese kind of thing. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. But I think she was asking me if I wanted it on one paper, like both documents, is it different lines on one paper, or did I want it on 2 papers? And since I didn't understand and couldn't reply to her, she put them on 2 papers, which is probably the safest route. It doesn't matter as far as the bank is concerned, because I have both kinds of documents and they seem to accept it as long as it's the legal thing that's stamped. But I'm so excited that the first part of that transaction actually worked. It actually worked. She actually kind of understood me. Now granted, the line that they send foreigners to when they go into the tax office is generally someone who speaks a little bit of English or is near someone who knows a little bit of English. So you may be used to foreigner Chinese, but I don't care, because I haven't even been able to do that in simple English or in mimes or anything in the past few months, and it's been a struggle. Like, getting the document has been easy, but conveying what I need month-wise has been so difficult up to this point, and that was just insanely easy. So thank you to Chinese with Eva on Instagram for the Wu Yao, which I'd heard before, but it cemented it by seeing her video over and over. And thank you for the folks on HiNative for the extra word that I needed to make it an actual sentence. I have to practice the tones, but you know what? Yay. Touche. Group work. Teamwork. Woohoo! Okay, now I'm gonna get out of this heat.